What do you do when the battery on your key fob dies? Hmm. Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It's Ryan from Ryan in Style. And today I'm just going to do a short video for any of you that found out that your key fob battery either went weak or died, and so it needs to be changed. And so I'm just going to quickly talk about how to open up your key fob and what size battery you'll need to buy to replace it. But interesting thing was I have two keys that came with my car, and one of them my car would let me know that the battery was weak. So it still had enough, I guess, juice in it to operate the vehicle. But how I knew it was getting weak was that the alarm didn't work anymore. So when I would hit the lock button, it didn't have enough juice to lock the car or unlock. Like, none of that worked. And I couldn't hit the button twice to get the self starter to work. But as far as the key being in the car, it had enough juice where the car would recognize it, and still I could turn the car on. So I guess that's kind of an early indication if your battery is getting weak, is that you're not able to lock or unlock the doors using the remote, and also you can't do the self start. I was wondering what would happen if you let your battery die while you're in your car and you're driving. I mean, technically, the car recognizes that the key fob is in the car. That's why it allows you to start it up. But what happens if at some point you're on a long road trip and all of a sudden the battery actually dies while your car is in drive and you're on the highway doing 80 miles an hour? I wonder what would happen. Do any of you know what would happen if the battery in your car, in your key fob, dies while you're driving in your car? Does it just shut off? What happens? Anything? Leave a comment below. I was always wondering about that, but I'm not going to let that happen to me, or at least not by choice. So the interesting thing was I had a backup key fob, but when I brought the second one in, the same thing happened. My car told me that battery too was also weak, so I needed to replace both batteries. So this is how you go ahead and open up your key fob so that you can access the battery and then replace it. And so the tools you're going to need is either your fingers or a butter knife. Pretty easy. But if you look back here, you're going to find this little switch here, and you're actually going to have to pull the switch to the side and pull this key out at the same time. So switch to the side, key pops out, and then you're actually going to have to pry this part here open, separating the top and the bottom. I use the butter knife just to pry open the top and the bottom. So you can see this side has the circuit board, and then this is where your car battery is, your key fob battery. And the size of battery that you're going to need is the CR2032. Now, when you install the battery, let me just show you real quick. There you see it, 2032. This one's a Duracell. Now, what you want to do is you have to flip it this way when you install it, because the actual contact of this side needs to be made with this. If you find that you install it the wrong way, where it's this way, your battery's not going to work. So to prevent that, just put it in that way, and then you basically just reverse the steps to put it in. But that's what you're going to need, the 2032. So in this case, I was actually able to pry it open without taking out the key, so that's not a necessary step. But to access this part here is where you would probably initiate the separation with your butter knife, unless you have really long nails. I don't. That's what you would need to do first, is remove the key. All right. And just in case you didn't know, they do include this key as an emergency, so that if your key fob doesn't work, if the battery does die, you can still get into your car and your trunk even by using this key here. It'll open your door. But there's no hope to start your car without the key fob, from what I understand. So in case you didn't know that this was even located inside of your key fob, this could also be a short in-service video for you too. And I'm not sure how long these batteries last. I mean, I bought my car, it's a 2015 Charger. I bought it used, so I don't know if it was replaced once already. And I don't know if it uses up the battery more if you do a lot of the cold starts with it. You know, when you hit the button twice, or, you know, if you're always unlocking and locking. I'm not sure what could drain the battery. But have any of you had an experience where your key fob battery died in your car while you were operating your vehicle? Again, if you have, or if you have any idea what could happen, leave a comment below. I'm very interested to see the repercussions of procrastinating to change your battery. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial video. This is Ryan from Riding in Style. Yeah.